What up, y'all? It's your boy Salim, JTM Salim, international superstar and Bantu music marketer. All that means is I make music and I help artists like me gain access to the African market through music, business, and all the moves in between, you dig? Now, I ain't make a video for a minute, so with that being said, stay connected with your boy, because when I don't have the opportunities to make videos, especially with the new field I'm in right now, when I don't have the opportunity to make videos or whatnot, post content or whatnot, I'm always updating the mailing list with things I've learned in music, business, and life that has helped me, and hopefully that can help you and inspire you to take action in your music, in your business, and in your motherfucking life. So go ahead, head over to movementsound.org, join the mailing list, check out the music, check out the services and products that we got, and yeah. Is this on? Anyways, I think it's on. But yeah, on the road to getting bigger and busier. I cut my hair, I grew my sideburns, and I picked up a new career or a new skill. Yeah, a new career and a skill. Yeah, I hope I'm still handsome. To the people that I talk to every day, or the people that are in the mailing list, it's not really a surprise. You know, it's not. Like, it's me. Like, come on, bro. You might see me flying a plane next year. You never know. You never know. You know, we don't limit ourselves over here. But I didn't just jump in this thing randomly. Not at all. Not at all. Before I actually took my trip to Kenya, I was already in the process, right? In the mindset, knowing that I was going to do this. I didn't know how I was going to come up with the funds for the school, because you got to actually go to school, right? I didn't know if I was going to enjoy this thing. But one thing I did know was I needed a way to make 6 figures, right? I needed a way to make more money to help scale the music and the businesses that I wanted to invest into, both in America and in Kenya. And in my mind, I'm thinking, damn, what's the quickest way for me to make more money without me in college? After talking to my homies, doing the research, I realized getting my commercial license would put me in a position to increase my income, so that way it could be the stepping stone to increase and scale my music business and any other businesses that I wanted to invest into. Now with the music, we already have a system that's working. All we have to do is dump more money into it to scale it. But then you also have to have other business around your music, to that way you're not surviving off of your music. I never want music to be something where I am like, oh, I gotta make this song or I can't eat. I never want that, right? I want to be able to create because I want to create, right? That's why it's important to build the other businesses around the music. Now, the only way to do that is to have a skill that pays well, right? That's when the commercial driver's license came in. I realized the average CDL holder, right, after your experience, right, because I've learned you can't be a rookie and make some good money. But when you get your experience, you're able to make at least, I'm gonna say, $80,000 to $100,000 yearly, right? Yearly. And now that's enough money to really build some businesses, right, and scale the music as well. Once I got back from Kenya, I was like, all right, bet, let's get to it. You know, November is my birthday month, and I was like, I have to start school in November. Luckily, you know, my parents were able to loan me a small loan of $1 million. I'm just saying. But they loaned me $3K, right? And all I had to do was come up with 2 bands. That's it, 2 bands. So it was a total of $5,000. I went to the school, I paid for it, you know, and then boom, they gave me my start date. I come in, I'm excited. Everything was foreign to me. My first week, I had to only worry about learning the pre-trip, you know, mounted secure, not cracked, not broken, you know. Only worried about that. I got that locked in. Second week, I started driving, right? And doing my skills, doing the parking maneuvers. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. You might think, you know, the average person who doesn't have a CDL or a commercial license, you might think, oh, how hard could it be? No, no, it can be hard, actually. It can be hard. It's not easy at all. It's not just like the learning the gears right? Learning how the trailer moves. It's not just that. This thing is a mental battle. This thing is not a job. This is a lifestyle. This thing is not as easy as I thought it was. But then my third week, everything started to click. My fourth week, I was already doing my parking maneuvers. It was coming to me natural. My fifth week was the time for me to do my pre-test, right? You got to do a pre-test and then you do an actual test with the state. Luckily, the school I went to, they already had state testers at the school, so it was amazing. My pre-test comes. I take the test, I pass it, right, with flying colors. Then it's the day of my actual test. I remember like yesterday, I think it was like a Friday. It was my fifth week. On that Friday, man, I come in, I'm feeling good. You know, in the morning, I talk to myself in the mirror like, hey, man, I'm so happy and grateful now that I passed my CDL test with flying colors. I'm so happy and grateful now. I am now a professional driver. I'm so happy and grateful now that I got my CDL license. Because I'm saying these things. I'm boosting myself. I'm feeling good. I show up in the morning. I show up to school in the morning, right? Tell me why I'm messing up on my number 4 parking. Now, if you don't know what it is, it's basically, I think it's called reverse offset. I don't know. I forgot these names. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't look. But basically, you have to parallel park. Nah, I wouldn't call it parallel park. Yeah, kind of. You got to get the trailer. You got to get your tractor and your trailer inside the box, right? Go doing this. Like, it's like a, yeah. If you don't know, just go look it up. Go look up the 4 parking skills for CDL license, whatever. Go look that up on your own. But I'm messing up. I'm messing up, right? School or class started at 7:30. My test was at 8. Okay? I believe 8:30. My instructor is telling me, hey, if you want to test early, you can. They're ready for you whenever you are. I was like, whoa, let me get my practice in first, and then I'll go in. Bro, I'm messing up. Oh, my gosh. I cannot get it in for nothing. For nothing, bro. I'm trying. I'm like, bro. Everybody in my class, in my group is looking at me like, bro, you just passed the pre-test. We know you can do it. I know I can do it. My instructor is like, bro, we know you could do it. So I'm struggling. Instead of even doing it earlier, I think it was 8:25. 5 minutes left to my test. I'm trying. I can't get it in. I can't get number 4 in at all. Couldn't do it. Now I'm sweating. Knees weak, arms are heavy. I didn't have vomit on my shirt. It wasn't mom's spaghetti, but you know what I mean, right? I'm like, dang, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if it was the nerves. I don't know what it was. So now I'm walking. He's like, you ready? It's time for your test. So I had to get out the truck. I'm walking. I had to go into the office. My instructor's like, hey, look, you got it. Shake the nerves off. Okay, we know you can do this. Today, you're a professional driver. Today, you got your CD. You know, he's giving me that pep talk. I'm like, man, cuz should have been a coach or something. But yeah, I'm like, damn. I'm just like, yeah, okay. I'm taking it in. I'm like, okay, yeah. I go in there. I sign my paper or whatnot. The truck is parked in the front. He tells me go out there, sit in the truck, start everything up, and I'll be out there and we're gonna get started. I was like, all right. I walk to the truck, I get in there, I turn it on. I'm waiting for him. And believe it or not, it's like I was nervous while I was practicing, but all the nerves went away. When that man walked out and he's like, you ready? I was like, yeah, I'm ready. I did my parking 1, 2, 3, and I knocked out 4 flying colors. Then it was time for me. It was time for the drive time. He's like, all right, you passed the skills. I also passed the pre-trip too. You passed the pre-trip. I like that in like my first week. That was nothing. Passed the pre-trip, passed the skills. Now it's like it's time for the drive. So, okay, now we go over there. I see there's like a train track area picture or whatnot, or like some like a train track on the floor that they painted or whatnot. I do my train track or whatever, right? I do my emergency stop. I knocked it all out. Then we go driving. You know, I'm making my wide turns, not hitting no corners, nothing. But here's where I went wrong. Cuz asked me what sign was that. I'm driving, I'm like, I can't say what sign. Bro, I just said some random Bamakin shit. I don't know what sign he was talking about. I'm not paying attention to no signs. I'm trying to make sure I'm not hitting nobody. Talk about signs. He said, what sign was that? I said, I just said something. Noted it. I'm like, damn. I know I got that wrong. Keep driving. Get off the expressway. He asked me again, yo, what sign was that? Don't even know it. I just said some random shit again. I'm like, oh my gosh. I said something random again. Something random again. He asked me what sign was that maybe 3 to 4 times. And I got it wrong every time because I know I'm not paying attention. In my mind, I'm like, I know I failed. I'm going down. He's like, and then I see the road we're on is back to the school. He's like, yeah, go ahead and make this right turn. And we're going to go back to the school. We go back to the school. I'm driving. And then I guess that road that we was on for the school, I was probably going 10 miles per hour. He's like, by the way, the speed limit over here is 25. I'm like, you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, damn, I messed that up too. We pull up to the side of the school, and he says, I'm nervous, bro. Nervous. Cuz look at me and say, congratulations. You got your license. I was like, what? Bro, it was probably one of the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done. I'm like, bro. Gosh, but I got it. I went home that day. My wife was sleeping. She didn't even know I was going to be back. I think at this time she she wasn't working. So, I surprised her. What I wanted to do was when she opened her eyes, she was just going to see me right there. She's like, what are you doing here? Oh yeah, I graduated, surprised her. It was good. And then, luckily, this is why I think trade school, maybe you don't want to hear this. Maybe you don't want to hear this. You might call this fake news, but I'm going to just say it anyway. The reason why I like trade school over college is because trade school at least guarantees you, for some schools, they guarantee you a job. I was guaranteed a job the minute I graduated. I wasn't worried about finding a job. Now, does it pay the most? No. Right? No. But I have to get my experience for me to get where I want to get. So, they gave me my start date, December 12th. All right, I got my job. I was in training. I hated training. Oh my goodness, bro. Training is awful. In the beginning, I didn't like it. I'm like, bro, the pay is weak. Why in the world am I making like, what, $300, $600 a week? Why am I doing this? Like, bro, I made way more when I was driving freaking Lyft, bro. I made more driving Lyft. I'm like, why did I pay $5,000 for my license and you're telling me I'm going to make 3? But it's training. It was awful. The first week, awful. Second week, awful. Now, it wasn't that, like, the training process I just didn't like the pay. It was really bothering me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I'm like, bro, this is, what is this, But the training did help. I met some great trainers. I had probably 4 to 5 different trainers. I ain't gonna lie to you. 4 to 5 different trainers. But they were cool. Besides one of them who called me colored. After, I think it's like a 4-week training, 5 weeks training, 4 to 5 weeks of training. I did that, and then you got to take a test to test out of it. My first test failed it. I don't know, like, it was an older guy, an older driver, and something about older drivers, bro, they just hate new drivers. Like, I don't know what it is. They hate new drivers. They want to keep you in training as long as possible. This dude said I hit a trailer when I was doing my backing. So on the test to get out of the training, you're not doing like parking skills anymore. You're still gonna do the drive just like school and everything, but this time you're gonna be parking in between 2 trailers. He said I hit a trailer. Now, you guys can let me know, if you hit a trailer, wouldn't you feel it? Maybe I'm wrong, because I didn't feel it. I didn't see it. Didn't look like it, but he said I hit a trailer, so I failed. I talked to the safety guy. He was like, okay, look, we're going to get you in another test. I think I did one more day of training, and then I was able to get another test scheduled, but this time I got a schedule with a state tester back at the school. I was in an old truck. I'm talking about you had to crank the window down. No digital dash, nothing. This was old. But I still did it. I'm driving. I do my parking. I'm taking a while. I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting out. I'm looking. I'm pulling up. I'm doing all of it. I passed. Cause they passed training. Now I'm like, woo, my first week by myself. Bro, being in training and being by yourself, I ain't gonna lie to you, even though I was excited just to get a little bump, of the pay, it's really not as, I think driving with someone was probably fun. I ain't gonna lie to you. Being by myself helped me really feel the job. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I have to actually pay attention. Right? I have to pre-trip. I have to fuel all of it, yeah. I felt the job. I really felt like, okay, I'm really doing this. And then that's when I learned this is not a job, actually. It's not a job at all. But it's one of the, I would say it's one of, it's a really, really nice industry because as a driver, you do have control. If I don't want to go anywhere, guess what? I'm not going. If I don't want to pick up a load, guess what? I'm not picking it up. It also gives you job security because if I want to go find another job, I can always find another job. They always want drivers. But to get the pay you want, you have to have experience. 6 months to a year, really a year. But yeah, once you got your experience, the money is gonna come in. You have job security. So even when I'm traveling back and forth, we're building different businesses and stuff, I know I'm guaranteed I'm gonna have a job. And I don't have to actually I don't have to just deliver loads. Bro, you can get paid to just deliver commercial vehicles. We're talking about the tractor, RVs, school buses, utility trucks, any commercial vehicle. There are companies who will, you don't get, you'll be a 1099 contractor, right? Your own business. And you can literally get paid just to drop off vehicles to companies that are buying these vehicles, bro. There are companies who will pay for you to get to the vehicle, pay for your hotel, you drop it off, and you get paid the same day. We're talking $500, $600, $700, $800, $1,000, $2,000 to deliver commercial vehicles. So I know, like, the money is there. And what we're trying to build can happen literally in 2 to 3 years. That's it. 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years. So now that you know, I think I talked about it. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I finally got to update you guys. Today I'm actually I got into two I guess incidents, right? One was I was backing up and I was backing up. It was my blind side, and then the dock had like some kind of metal thing popping out, and I backed it into that, messed up the dock door. So that got me dinged, right? I had to do an accident report. No police report or anything like that. So I don't have any accidents on my official, cleaning house. Cleaning house is a place where companies report your accidents, if you failed a drug test or anything like that, so other companies can see. So I'm clean on that. But in the company, I had to sign some papers or whatnot. I have to go back in training tomorrow because I made a dumb decision, and I was basically just where the GPS was sending me to was the wrong gate. And then instead of me just stopping in the middle of the street or finding another place to stop at, I stopped on the grass, and it was raining the other day. And guess what happened? I got stuck. I cost the company, I think, $600 to get the truck out. Didn't crash anything, didn't do anything, just got stuck. But now I'm back in training. So tomorrow I'm going to be back in training, which is cool. I'm not really mad about it. Cool with me. It just gives me more experience, and it also gave me this opportunity to actually finally be able to make a YouTube video and update you guys. Um, but yeah, like, I appreciate y'all for watching. I did drop a new single February 14th. I actually dropped a new single. It's called Symphonique. It's available on the website. You can listen for free, and it's also available everywhere on all streaming platforms, or should I say audio platforms, right? I'll make another video about that. Spotify actually changed their business model, which allows artists to get paid less, songwriters to get paid less, because they're no longer a streaming platform. They are a audio platform because they offer more than music. But that's another topic for another video. Um, yeah, that's what it is. So our short-term goal for this: get some experience from this company, all right? Um, pay off all the debts, right? Save up 80 to 100K, and then jump into another company so me and my wife can do teams together. And then you guys are gonna see, we're gonna build this motherfucker, build the freedom, get bigger, get busier. And yeah, I'm out. Head over to movementsign.org. Make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, whatever. Do what you do. I'm gonna see you on the next one.